guys, your girl Key, and I'm back with another video, and today we're going to be talking about Friday Night Smackdown. So first off, they kicked it off with Cody Rhodes, and he called out Kevin Owens, which, unsurprising, he was ready to give Kevin Owens that beatdown, which I am kind of disappointed he wasn't able to, but it was because Nick Aldis said Kevin Owens is not allowed to come back until they figure out what's going on, and Cody was not feeling that. He wasn't feeling that because there's no way for him to settle what he has with Kevin Owens without being in the ring. Now, personally, I feel as though if Cody Rhodes was going to go to his house and beat him up, I would have my Cody Rhodes stocks, I would have put them in. I would have put some Cody Rhodes stocks in just because I like that feeling of aggression, and it would have been some realness to it. But that's not what happened. Instead, Kevin Owens is going to be able to come to SmackDown next week. And Kevin Owens was already there, apparently. In a video he posted, he said, they turned me away. But because of Cody Rhodes, I got to come. Which I feel as though Kevin Owens be making good points. Like, his points are not bad points. He made great points. Like, they treating Cody Rhodes like the golden boy and letting him call the shots. And Cody Rhodes act like he's a goody two-shoes without talking about a whole Lamborghini like he does not own an expensive decked out bus. I'm saying that bus probably as much as that Lambo. Maybe considering gas, might be more, you know. Kevin be having points. The only thing Kevin did wrong was what he did to Randy. That's all I'm saying. That's all he did wrong. And truth be told, they need to figure out a way to do this because Cody Rhodes has really, him being there, it's better for him not to be there than for him to be there sometimes. That's how I'm feeling. In his recent few episodes, it's better for him not to be there than him to be there. But the next one was the Women's U.S. Champion Contenders Tournament match, whatever. And B-Fab showed out. She showed up and showed out. I enjoyed her entrance. Everything about her was amazing. 10s across the board. And I appreciate them letting her get moves off and actually show her skill set so people can kind of know how she's coming. Because she was on NXT, but a lot of us haven't seen her in the ring, and we haven't seen her in the ring recently except from WrestleMania. But a lot of those moves, I feel as though it counts, but at the same time, it's kind of like Scarlett. Like, we know she can wrestle, but at the same time, we don't really know what she got, how deep her bag is. And B-Fab showed that she's ready. She showed she's ready. And to be honest, I was really rooting for her to win that match. Although Bayley winning made sense, and I already knew she was going to win because that women's belt needs to have a former world champion as its inaugural owner. It just does. It has to. You know, I think when you got to make the credibility of the belt, you have to put somebody that you know is going to get a good match out of anybody that wants to step up and get the belt. You have to have somebody that can make a name for this belt. And that's not nothing to Candice LeRae or to B-Fab, but in the WWE, they're just not there yet. They're just not there yet at all. And, you know, Candice LeRae, I like seeing her in a match as well. She shows her veteran skills when it comes to certain reversals. And she's the speed champion, so she does have something. Now, the next match. First off, Sami Zayn was over here trying to recruit LA Knight. I think they missed the plot. They miss the plot all the time. Because why in the world would you ask LA Knight, do he want to be a part of the War Games match? He got other things to worry about, which he said. That's not his business. That's not his bag. Although, it was about the smartest person you asked, because the Bloodline didn't really terrorize LA Knight, because LA Knight was able to kind of fight, and then he also had people on his side. But be so for real, guys. Be so for real. Sami Zayn keeps He trying. He is trying. You know, I can't fault him for trying, but bro, be so for real. Now, LA Knight came out there with an open challenge, and I thought it was gonna be Santos Escobar, but I was pleasantly surprised, and I was very glad it was not. Instead, it was Berto, which I've been enjoying the fact that they've been letting people who we don't really know too much in the ring to have opportunities like BFAB. And the match was a great match. I think that this, as I keep saying, Logan Paul taking that belt, Logan Paul losing that belt was like the best thing for the mid card, and it proved my point every week. Now, I enjoy LA Knight. I enjoy LA Knight. He's been a great U.S. champion, and I'm just ready for Carmelo to take that belt, man. But also, the tag team match between Street Profits and the Motor City Machine Guns, that right there, Michael Cole said that he talked to Dawkins, and Dawkins said that, you know, maybe it's time for something different, you know, them to try something different, see something on their own. Although that was not a we're breaking up type of comment from Michael Cole. Instead, I think they were going to be more open to doing different things, unless that was just something that is going to be something they talk about once and never look back on. But if that's the case, if that is the case and they actually kind of go venture out while still being a group, I want to see Montez try to get that U.S. championship. And I want him to actually get it. I want him to actually get it because it's been too long since the Street Profits or anybody, like, it's been too long since the Street Profits had a belt. And if they're not going to pull the trigger with that, Montez needs to, you know, figure out his own way when it comes to being a single star. Because you look at Montez and you see him in a ring and it's like, bro, why are they not utilizing your full potential? Which I understand the main event scene, crowded, Logan Paul, hostage, holding that belt hostage. I understand. But if you got to, you probably got to send him to Raw. Send him to Raw. You know, do what you got to do. But that tag team match was heating up. It was heating up because it was doing real good. Because I feel as though the Machine Guns, they have great chemistry with, they've been having great chemistry with everybody they've been in the ring with. But also the Street Profits has that same ability. So I was so into the match. I was ready for the Street Profits to win because it seemed like they was almost going to get it. But then Ciampa comes out. And I'm mad. I'm mad because, like, why in the world would you do that? Why would you do that to me? The Street Profits was mad close for them to get a chance. And here you is, which take your ball self to the back. Take your ball self to the back. Nobody asks for your behind to be in that ring. And then you want to push Johnny. You need a tag team to chase tag team belts. So you need to be respectful to Johnny. Like, because if you're going to do that to Johnny, what's the point of you messing a tag team match? That right there, it was good. It was good for the plot, but I'm ready for a change when it comes to Street Profits. I really am. I'm ready for some change because those two are just too talented for them to just be there for pushing the Bloodline story or them just to be one of the contenders to fill a spot. I think something needs to change. Something needs to shift so they are able to really fully have that experience, you know. The Bloodline. Now, I'm laughing because it seems as though on Roman's contract is to show up, get beat up, and sell. That's what it's looking like. But Roman comes because he asks the boys to be in his room, and they all are looking scared. And I see the fact that everybody wants to call Roman a babyface, all that. Fine, dandy, I don't care. But the reactions of Sammy, Jimmy, and Jay show that Roman has not changed. He's more mellowed out, but he hasn't changed because these guys are still looking nervous around him. they still are so, like, they're ready to follow him, and it's just the dynamics have not changed. Roman just hasn't said anything. But Solo comes out, and Roman decides, let me go out. And then they follow him. They get up to the ring. You know, it was doing good. The Bloodline was doing good against the OG. The Thug Line. And honestly, that's the War Games match I wanted. That's the War Games match I want still. But they're getting it done in the ring. And, you know, the OGs, they was putting it through. Why does Bronson Reed come out? Bronson Reed comes out and causes havoc. And homeboy Tsunami Jimmy. That hurt me in my soul. That hurt me in my soul. Why Jimmy? Why Jimmy? Pick Sammy. Pick Sammy. Fine. Fine. But then, you know, Roman, he gets shown to y'all why he the OTC. Almost takes all of them out. Then Solo comes from nowhere. Roman gets 3 finishers put on him. Tsunami'd, moonsaulted, thumbed, everything. Everything. So now Bronson Reed is teaming with the Thug Line. And this right here is probably shows why Seth Rollins may be in their War Games match. But when it comes to the storyline of it all, I really cannot see Roman teaming up with Seth Rollins. I just can't. This man never apologized. And whenever they did, you know, try to work out, it didn't last long. And what happened at WrestleMania? Roman was willing to, you know, put away his title just to hit Seth with a chair. And Roman hasn't talked about any of his feelings when it comes to WrestleMania. But we all know that those feelings are still lingering about Seth. We all know it. So I don't know how they will be able to do it. So I believe Roman will want to be in a match with him. Because I can see Seth, because of Bronson wanting to join their group. I can see that 100%. But I cannot see it to where Roman will be fine with it. And I think Roman is more so of his character right now is more so of if you're going to have Seth, I'm gone. You know, I'll figure this out on my own. Because we saw what happened when Sammy tried to be in the group before Sammy was cool. Roman was cool with Sammy again. He said, go find Sammy. Go find your brother. He was willing to be alone. He was willing to be alone in that very moment. So I just don't know if Seth Rollins is going to actually be in the War Games match. I think because War Games was traditionally for the men's 5-on-5, they're going to lead up to the thought that it's going to be a 5-on-5, but then Seth and Bronson get into it, so it ends up being a 4-on-4, and we get what we want. Hopefully that's the case, because it is too close to War Games for Roman and Seth to get on the same page, and it feel right. I think that it wouldn't feel right for everybody if they were going to just do this. Because if we're being real, Seth doesn't have that much stocks in this whole Bloodline thing. Like, it made sense for Roman and Cody to team up that one time. But other than that, Seth and Roman's history is pretty deep, which you all know. It's pretty deep. So I just don't see that happening in a way that everybody's going to be content. Which everybody's not always going to be content, but at the same time, they have to do some real something. They have to do something. And then Jay tells Roman to make that call. Roman, we see Roman at the end of the night, all disheveled and everything, say, call. People probably thought he was Seth. Call a wise man. That phone is disconnected. Roman is shocked and appalled. Then he looks sad, then angry. Where you at, Paul? Where you at, wise man? Where are you at? Your tribal chief needs you. But I am reminded that Roman's phone got smacked. Paul's phone to Roman's number got smashed. Which, yeah, sure. Maybe that's why he didn't answer the phone. Or maybe he was ordered by the elders not to answer Roman's call. Who knows? But we see that Roman is honestly feeling abandoned again. That's why I don't think Roman's going to be cool with Seth, just because Roman's already feeling abandoned and betrayed by Paul not answering the phone. And Roman has never ever done the Paul Heyman stick of call Roman Reigns. This is the first time we've seen Roman call anybody but call Paul Heyman. So I'm just saying, that's my thoughts. But the main event, which this right here, it's bittersweet. It's very bittersweet because I love the fact that Naomi was able to be in the main event. I just do. And I love the match that they put on. They put on a great match. Nia and Naomi. They have some great chemistry because, dare I say, this is one of Nia's best matches of her reign. And you can challenge me on that. I don't really care. But it's one of the best matches. But you could tell the trust in the ring. You could tell the experience in the ring. And they just move fluid. Naomi did not slow. She wasn't slowing down for her at all. She was able to move fluidly like she usually does. And I loved it. Because there was a point where it was very believable that Naomi was going to win. My problem with this match is Naomi cannot keep using her finishers on people and it not working. I don't like that. I do not like that. And you don't do that. You don't do that to other superstars. So why do that to Naomi? Because Naomi did the rear view and she did the moonsault. I don't let Naomi actually not use one of her finishers if she's going to lose. If she's going to lose, have her just use one finisher. Don't let her use two of the finishers and she just not win. I didn't like that. But while that fight was going on, Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez attacked Jade and Bianca. Made sense. Then Tiffany Stratton comes out and tries and distracts Naomi. Hits her, distracts her. Then Bayley comes out. Makes sense. Kind of building up to that War Games, I believe. And now Candice LeRae comes out too. My thing is this. Why in the freaking world is people coming out distracting the whole thing? Naomi able to keep on going after this distractions just to lose. The crowd was into it. Everybody was into it. The crowd was even like, what the heck? How did she lose? And cleanly I'm mad at. I wanted her to be the inaugural U.S. champion. But I also said she should not get done dirty when it comes to this match. And she low-key got done dirty. She had a great match. But I better get that championship. We better get that championship. But let me know how you guys feel about Smackdown, about everything. And thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Bye.